Alright guys, so today we're going to be stitch welding the car. I got to pull all the seam sealer off first. This is going to be one of those videos where it's going to be like no talking at all, or just pretty much all footage. So I'll show you real quick. I'll have to show you out here since you have more daylight. This is basically seam sealer they do from the factory. Most of you guys know what that is. And then they go ahead and spot weld it also. So it's pretty strong. It's fine for, you know, just normal driving, but when you're pretty much going 70 mile an hour sideways like us, every bit of rigidity helps. So I'm sure most of you guys have seen Off-Beat Garage. Basically, you just take a wire wheel or a soft pad. The wire wheel is the best so you can get in the crevices. You get all the seam sealer off, and then you go around and mark every 1 inch, and you tack weld it, basically. So we're going to be doing the inside, not the outside. So I'm hoping, because I already got one of the seams done. I almost got hooked. I'm hoping that today we're going to do this seam all the way across, both seat brackets on each side, and then we're going to hopefully do the front seam. And if I have any extra time, I'm also going to do the rear wheel wells. But that'll probably all we have time for, because this is probably going to be like a 10 to 24 hour process actually finished. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm going to get the wire wheel, and I'm going to start getting all the seam sealer off. For today's video, because I'm going to actually end it early, I'm going to actually weld one of these seams. I haven't decided yet, to show you guys what actually happens and like how you do it and measure it up and all that. And then probably tonight I'm going to finish the whole car. I'm going to stay up all night long and do all of the seams all around here and everything. And then in the next video I'll just show you guys the final product. So let's go ahead and clean up one of these last seams, and then I'm going to go ahead and weld it. Alright, so after you get all your paint off and seam sealer, you're going to get probably a Sharpie. Regular marker might wipe off. Go ahead and just lock it a little farther, measure it, and then every inch you're going to want to mark it. So we'll go
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
12, 13, and then we'll do one on the end. So as you can see, it's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty easy, like on a part like this. But when you start getting on spots like where it's kind of angled and like that, that's where you kind of just space it out evenly. We're gonna start with right here, and then we're gonna kind of gap it so we don't heat up the one section too much.
Oh yeah, alright, turn on minimum, alright.
Alright, so I skipped an inch each time so I didn't heat it up too much. But that's pretty much how you do it right there. And I'm just going to go ahead and finish all the rest. And as you can see, it's a Harbor Freight welder, so it's got the flux core, so it's going to have the little BBs. I'm just going to go ahead and soft pad that and clean it up. It's still structurally just as strong. So yeah, let's finish it up. God damn it. But yeah, this is what it actually looks like after you kind of clean it up and stuff. So that's pretty much what you end up with on the stitch welds. And basically they're going to go all the way across here, all the way across there, up here, sides, up the wheel wells. And it should have pretty good rigidity, so it'll definitely be worth all this work. Alright, so I just went ahead and finished this whole section. As you can see, you got the stitch welds all the way to there, and then where it ends. And then back on the tranny tunnel over top. And then all the way over there, I can see the one I forgot to clean over there, but that's pretty much how it's done, guys. I'm going to actually continue this video throughout the whole process, and I'm just going to keep going over it. And that's all I got to do. I'm also going to do that seat bracket right there, but it's going to look like that right there, and on the inner fender wells. Alright guys, so it's the next day. I didn't finish up yesterday. Me and Melina actually ended up going and picking up some mountain bikes because we both want to just have something to do when we're not working on cars and stuff. And later in the future, I think I'm going to be getting a supermoto, and she's going to be getting a Grom. So this will prepare her with like front braking and stuff going down hills to help her balance on 2 wheels. So that's why we went ahead and did that. So you might see future moto vlogs. It would be like 6 months down the road. But today we're going to be working on the 240 again. We're going to finish up the stitch welding. Yesterday, all I did was the center. So we got a lot to do. Hopefully we can finish most of it today. But let me go over what I did and the rest that I got to do. All right, so as you can see, I did the center like I showed you guys. Well, you probably just seen it like a minute ago because yesterday's video. We got to do that seam. We got to do that seam. But before I go ahead and do that, I'm just going to clean them up again. And I'm going to do the rear wheel wells. I'm going to clean those up also. And then I'm going to go ahead and do all of these. Alright, so I'm about to go ahead and weld. I just got to mark every 1 inch real quick all the way around. I'm going to probably do the wheel wells first on both sides. And then I'll probably move my way to this. And then I'm going to probably move my way up to the front seam. So let me go ahead and mark this and we'll get it tacked up. So I just finished up the wheel wells, as you can see, and then I did all the way up to the door on either side. And as you can see, I did about, I measured out 1 inch all the way down there, and then on like that section and here, I kind of spaced it out like 2 inches just to kind of stay with the spot welds and make things even on like the seat brackets and all that. And then like down here, as you can see, I spaced it about 2 inches also. I just wanted it to look a little more even. And also, when you heat up the metal a lot, like I'm welding like and then down here and up there and up there, but it still heats it up a lot and it could really warp it, and I don't want to do that at all. So in certain sections, I just spaced it out. But I actually just ran out of welding wire in my Harbor Freight welder. For any of you guys wonder how I'm doing this, it's only $100. I'm pretty sure that welder, I bought it like 2 years ago. I still think they're like $110. So you can do this with cheap equipment. A weld is a weld on something like this. When you start welding, you know, thicker metal, then that's when, or roll cages, then that's a no-no. But stuff like this, it's okay. So next seam is going to be that, and then also it's going to be, I got to weld that hole, and then this seam, and then as you can see, I already patched that rust hole over there. Just got to finish welding it up. Alright guys, so yeah, I'm on my way right now. I just got to go up to Harbor Freight and get some flux core wire. I think my welder runs like 0.30 or 0.35. I think it can actually run both, but I usually run the thinner wire. It just seems to work better. So let's go pick that up, head back, and finish stitch welding the 240 up. I swear, every YouTuber goes to this store. It's hilarious. Guys, I just wanted to say something that on YouTube, like I've been noticing like a lot of big YouTubers down to small YouTubers talking about the hate that's been going on everyone's channel. And what I mean by that is like in the comments, like I heard Adam LZ say it, Ricer Miata, Hager Garage, TJ Hunt. You know, YouTubers, when you guys think that we don't read the comments, like, well, I know most of you guys know I do, because I pretty much respond to like almost every comment that's a question, just because I don't get that many. But when you're Adam LZ big and stuff, of course you can't respond to every comment, but they do read through their comments, and so do I. And negative comments can really put down a YouTuber. Like, we are not, you know, unbreakable and stuff. I've had comments really affect me in like in my head for like a couple hours. I don't know how to say it. I've had comments really put me down, put it that way. Like I've read a couple things that made me almost want to change something about the channel completely, or how I talk or whatsoever, but then I realized, you know, you can't go ahead and do that because there's 54,000 other people out there that subscribe to you because that's how you are. I just wanted to say, you know, try to be positive. It really will affect like a YouTuber a lot by you saying a negative comment if they see it. So why don't we say something positive in the comments of this video? Go ahead and leave a positive comment. It can be about anything. It does not have to be about Garage Sideways or me or Zach or Melina, anything at all. It can be about a whole nother YouTube channel. I just want to see positive comments in this video. Alright guys, so I'm pretty much finally done for this video to show you guys what's going on and what's pretty much the rest I gotta do. So as you can see, we got the front one done very, very evenly all the way across, all the way down to the other side. And then as you can see, You got your seat bracket welded up here, all the way across, all the way over. And then down here, as there's some rust, so I didn't do that part, I'm going to cut that out and weld it. And I'm also going to do the seat brackets. But as you can see, all the way across, also up the side seam, all the way over and all the way over there. And then the floorboards welded in. And then now we got back here, you got these welds across there. They're spaced out a little bit more. And then back to the wheel well, up the side, across the top, back down right here. And the same thing for the other side, all the way up, back down. So definitely made a big difference on this chassis already. Got much more to do, but I'm gonna do that off camera. Just because it's like little tiny section. I am gonna do the engine bay for you guys. That's gonna be a whole different video, because I'm sure a lot of you guys wanna know how to do that also. But yeah, I think the last, here, let me put this light in here for you guys. The last couple sections I'm gonna do, I don't think this part's really necessary, this firewall, but you know what, why not do it? You know, it's already taken apart, so I'm gonna do that off camera. I'm gonna finish up these side seams off camera. What else am I gonna do off camera? I know this probably really doesn't do anything, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but I am gonna do up there at the shock towers off camera. I actually gotta get my coilovers out to do that. But yeah, there's like a couple things like that I'm gonna do off camera. But you guys can see, I think the Harbor Freight welder put in work. Look at this, all the way around the car. I'm pretty proud of myself for never taking a welding class. That's kind of just, you know, learned by self-taught. Alright, so I figured I'd go over the engine bay of what's gonna happen. And by the way, I saw some of your guys' comments saying this is structurally like weak. I know. I think it's funny, like viewers always jump on stuff, but actually I really like that. You know, if you don't say it in a negative way, definitely let me know if I missed something. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet to make this stronger. I'm either gonna cut it off and do a tube front. Right now, guys, I just wanna leave it alone. You know, I don't wanna jump to another project and be that guy just jumping back and forth, back and forth. I'm trying to build this car inside first, then outside, then the subframe, then the angle, you know, piece by piece. I don't want to go from engine work to fuel pump to new steering wheel to stitch welding this, new suspension. Yeah, I want to go, you know, piece by piece, a very organized build. So yes, this will be getting stiffened up for sure. I can tell you right now what I'm going to be doing is getting the Nismo power brace bar. I'm also think I'm going to cut out the bottom one and weld my own in and then redo these. I don't have a tube bender, so I don't want to just be that guy that does one pole to down to there or something, you know. I just think that's ugly. If I had a tube bender, you know, I would do it real nice, a real nice bend. Maybe, you know, maybe I'll pick up a tube bender, who knows. But yeah, for the stitch welding of the front, basically we're going to be cleaning all the seam sealer, all right here, all the way around the shock towers. And most people do this, but obviously I cut it out so you don't. And then I'm also going to be stitch welding this, because I'm going to trim this down to the frame. What else we got? Back there, you can see the seam sealer. I'm not going to be doing this right there, but I am going to be doing all that. So yeah, and then of course down here and stuff. So yeah, that'll be pretty much it for the engine bay. And then by the way, I also saw another comment that someone recommended moving the steering rack forward, like cutting the subframe and moving it forward instead of getting off-rack spacers. And whoever said that, I forget your name, but you are 100% right, dude. I'm so glad you said that. I completely forgot about that, and I remember actually seeing an old Japanese street drifting video, because that's like all I watch on YouTube is like these guys don't even speak English. I just like watching the mountain drifting and stuff. But I saw the guy, they were doing a review on his car, and they did modify his steering rack and moved it forward so he didn't have to run the off-rack spacers. And that really helps out with angle and bump steer or something. I forget, but I know it does help that. I forget what it is. But yeah, thank you for reminding me that I can do that. If any of you guys have something to suggest for this car or what you want to see, you know, let me know, please, 100%. I really do appreciate it. And I'm definitely building this car for myself, but I'm building it and recording it in a way that you guys would want to see. And just let me know things you'd like me to go over.